brief overview of what's going on at the moment. We're in a cone game on Sunday's Battle Strike on the 1st of May. I'm sitting here, I've got gun issues, my trigger's not working at the moment, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on whilst we've got contact directly in front of me. So I'm checking the battery, checking the trigger, and at the same time trying to figure out what's going on with the other team. Now I do know there's a guy up there directly in front of me, and I think there's a second guy in behind him. So take a shot, still having issues with my trigger here, and I think I might have actually got him, I'm not too sure, but the focus goes back to the trigger. Now we're playing a cone domination game, which means that on both sides of the field there's two orange cones. One has a black band around it, and our team's objective is to get that. We're nowhere near it. On this side of the field, they actually had us pushed all the way back to our spawn. We're the black team, and the green team had us pushed back. I've managed to get us back up here again, but having issues with the Ari's Amoeba at the moment. I think my trigger spring is gone. I've got a couple of support players in behind me, but I think there's a huge enemy contingency just on the other side of the bank, just over from me. So trying to get this sorted at the same time as try not to get shot. So I have absolutely no luck getting my gun up and running here. I'm gonna, out of desperation, ask him if I can borrow his pistol. Of which he gives me his pistol. And I proceed to go on a killing spree with him behind me. Unfortunately at this stage something goes on with my camera and it cuts out, but I think there was a couple more kills and Kian got me. I got respawned and managed to pop Kian and a few more before the end of the game using that pistol. Had a brilliant time just running with that pistol at that stage. This is the second part of the video. We are now on the opposite side and we're moving up on the orange cones on the opposite side of the field. So we're attacking the left hand side, moving across towards the enemy. That's a boundary line you see there which we can't cross, and nor can the enemy. And we are moving forward to it. At this stage I've ditched the Aries because I couldn't figure out what the issue is, and I still have the pistol, and I've got a SIG 552. I see SIG 552 on me. The battery in the SIG unfortunately is a little bit low. I didn't check it and I went out and ran with it, but I get that sorted later on for the next game. I can see enemy movement on the other side there. And rather than using the pistol, I decided to use the SIG and lay down some fire on them just to flush them out a little bit. I see him moving around after he's taken turn, and that one shot, I think I've taken him out with it. I see more movement, not knowing whether it's that same person moving out or any others, so I just take that person out as well. Now at this stage I hadn't actually seen how close I was to the cone, so I didn't actually realise he's just in front of that tree ahead of me. I did know that there was somebody down on the ditch on the other side, and I just wanted to see if I could clear them out before we move forward, and to also keep an eye out for any other tangos moving forward. I'm not sure if the video is going to actually show it, but the BBs were coming up from down in that bush in front of me, firing at the guy directly behind me. So I got a rough idea where that person's position was, and I just fired on where I could see the BBs were coming out of that bush, and I think I hit them on their fingers a few times. There's old Tim capturing the cone for us with a black band. I had a lot of fun with that pistol. It was like 1 or 2 shots, you get a shot on. Only issue with the pistol that I found was that it was gassing out before it got through the full 50 round mag that was sitting in it. And that when Tim was loading it for me, he didn't actually put in a lot of BBs. They weren't fully loaded. There were blank spots in the mag. So I get our team to push forward of the objective rather than sitting behind it. It's better to defend whilst you're up in front of it rather than sitting behind it. So I set them up covering the corridors heading in towards it. And Michael, that you just saw there, he pushes over to the left. here and through that bush, and I'm just seeing if I can get him with the pistols. And he's quite a distance away from me, and I managed to.
On your 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Okay, I'm starting to think I've been in this position long enough, and I'm looking for avenues to move forward from here.
Flank right, flank that way. Flank that way.
I see I've got another teammate, want him to move right on the right flank. And as soon as he starts moving that direction, my plan is to move forward. So I know I've got 2 people covering the left here, and thinking it's fairly safe, but I keep an eye on the bush just in case. I don't want to get shot on the left hand side. And at the same time I'm listening out to hear where the contact is coming on my 2 friendlies, which are on the left, Tim and Michael. Michael does a bloody good job of stirring up the opposition, doing some banter, and he's getting responses which are helping me identify where they're at, so I can push forward on them. See a tango moving through there, and I've dropped him. Now I'm just listening out to hear where the fire's going from towards Michael, who's making all the noise out to my left. As you can see, the bush is fairly dense here. It's hard for me to see them, hard for them to see me as well. Apologies if you can hear that humming in the background. It's just the refrigerator. I'm sitting in the room with it behind me and it's the motor on it going. There's a friendly shooting over my shoulder and I can see the BBs flying past in close proximity to me. I'm just concerned that he's going to hit me in my shoulder if he keeps firing.
One of our friendlies is shooting over my shoulder.
He's quite a bit of a distance back.
Oh, it just gets out, got it hit.
Gotta love it. Pistol's out, so I decide to swap across the SIG 552.
Moving up. Left hand side.
So the SIG that I'm using has got .20 BBs in it. I don't believe in using too heavy a weight in the environment that I'm playing in. I'm not trying to hit people with massive jaws or anything like that. And the FPS that it's clocking in at is 340 FPS. I like to try and get closer in for engagement. Our field limit is 395 FPS tested on 0.20s. And max weight BB is 28. You can hear Michael still trying to stir them up. That's the boys over on my left behind me trying to shoot at the opposition and not quite breaking through the bush. I think at this stage of that turn I just saw a third peeking over to the right. I wasn't too sure. I was pretty sure I hit that person as well. And now is when I just realised I've got sight lines through to the other cone as well. Not very good, but I can see that it is a black cone that's sitting up on the other side as well, so we have two cones up on black team. Usually in the last 20 seconds it gets a bit exciting, a bit of movement. I move forward to find 3 enemy down. I drop another one through there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
And Ramon's just
Guys could have got up and walked
clearing
out.
his bag of his BBs.
Sorry, the reason why they kept shooting over this way is because if you sit
I
yourself
hope you
down,
enjoyed my video.
it's like you've got a medic in the area. Yeah. Yeah, just move out. Yeah. Cool. You alright, Joey? Yeah, that's the bugger, man. That DP is your friend.